an inspired game and a great second half. So, credit to them. Obviously, we didn't expect to find ourselves in this position out here based on where we've been, but this is where we are. Just defensively in the second half, really, really bad. We've been bad out here defensively. And then obviously I think the foul trouble has taken its toll too.
Questions for Solo?
Solo, what did Colorado do from your perspective to get themselves back in the game, and was a lot of it centered on the fact that Sampson and Terrace, obviously, they inherited some foul trouble for the second straight day?
It was definitely a collective effort. Defensively, we weren't there, and we weren't in the right spots, and they got a lot of open shots that we couldn't prevent. So I think just focus on the defensive end, and that's the big goal for us in the rest of the season.
Yeah, Solo, just to follow up on that, what are some of the things that you can try and take from these last two games defensively? Colorado mentioned, obviously, you guys are incredibly physical defensively, which does lead to some of the foul trouble, but what are the things you can work on moving forward?
Yeah, Coach definitely talks about putting more pressure on the on the offense and not letting them just do whatever they want, and they kind of just got to wherever they wanted today, and that's what hurt us today.
Anything else?
So, given the success, obviously, this program's had, how difficult might it be to just continue to stay positive, especially with the new guys who obviously haven't won yet? Is that something that you're going to take upon your shoulders to try to keep things positive after these two losses?
Yeah, definitely. It's difficult being in this position, but as a team, we just got to be able to lift each other up and move on to the next game because we have a long season to go. So, of course, it's two tough losses, but it's about how we recover from these and get better.
All right, thanks, Solo. Well, anybody have anything for Coach?
Dan, I guess the irony of Liam gets the over the back yesterday and today didn't get called. I mean, I guess that's a somewhat subjective call, but what did you think about that one today, or that non-call?
That's not. It has a big impact, obviously, on the game. I don't know if it's called an over the back. We obviously go to the free throw line at that point, and maybe we're shooting a 1-on-1. I don't even know what the foul situation was at the time. It just speaks to how these last 2 days have gone for us. That yesterday, the biggest play of the game was an over the back, that was called against us, and then today. It was more egregious because, the kid, Baskin pulled Liam's arm down. I saw the replay of it. It's obviously, it's ironic, but that's not why I think our defense has been just so dreadful out here. And we had opportunities. I was just surprised by just how we should have been fresh in the second half with Alex sitting most of the first half, with Hassan sitting a large part, with Sampson in foul trouble. Obviously, it's been a tough 2 days.
Go ahead, Matt.
How do you better coach Sampson and Terrace? Could certainly draw the conclusion that had they not been in foul trouble in either of these games, you wind up winning them. So I don't know if some of it's scheme, some of it's defensive discipline. How do you evaluate fixing?
I appreciate Tad saying that we're physical, but we're not physical. We play hard. There's some undisciplined fouls. Some of them are, like Sampson's first foul to start the second half, where he picked up his third one really quickly. I just don't know. Is that a foul? In a game with so much grabbing and so much holding, and but some of it is sloppy, undisciplined technique, and some of it I just think in basketball, sometimes just, you're not getting a great whistle, and I don't think that out here we've gotten a great whistle. It just hasn't kind of bounced our way out here that way, but it killed us to have so many guys in foul trouble during the game.
Coach, I know Alex was in foul trouble early on, but just seemed to not find the offensive rhythm down the stretch.
Yeah.
A little bit for threes. What do you do to try to get Alex involved more and to be much more aggressive?
Well, I mean, he got really involved. He only played a couple minutes in the first half, and then he got great shots in the second half. Guy's a a two-time national champion. He just had a tough shooting night. I just kept telling him, just keep firing.
All right, last question for Coach.
And sort of a two-parter. Number one, is Liam okay? It looked like he was grabbing at his hip or his lower back or something. And then secondly, you do get a timeout with 5.9 seconds left. You have one more possession. What were you hoping to get coming out of timeout there?
Yeah, I think we were hoping. Well, I don't know what Liam status was. He went out for a little bit. It's something with his hip. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Obviously, we had 5 perimeter on the court, so we were, just trying to create a little movement and fake a pitch and, give Liam the option to either, back cut his guy on that empty side if he felt like he was being overplayed, or kind of, play back to the ball, get downhill, drive it. Or Haas had the option too, if Aiden, back cut there from the corner to drive it baseline and try to get to the rim. And, obviously it didn't play out that way.
Dan,
Yeah.
you moved Haas
Sorry,
into
John.
the starting lineup, and how did you think about the way he got 2 quick fouls, but played well, I guess, throughout the end. But Ahmad comes in too. What did you think of those two at the point guard spot?
Ahmad in the first half I liked. Ahmad in the second half, he was. Showed his inexperience. But I mean, he plays with some physicality out there. I think he's going to be a good player. I think we have to play him. Listen, we could not afford Hassan and Alex to be in foul trouble in the first half. They put us in a very compromised position by sitting that whole first half. I was really impressed with how we played, considering that first half. And at halftime, I felt like we were going to do what we do at UConn, which would get it to double figures and then surge in that game, and then it just, it didn't happen for us. But it's early, and we're going to have a lot of chances to get these ones that we've given away. We're going to get a lot of chances to get these back.
Thanks, Coach.